It's amazing that even after some of the intercontinental ballistic missiles of the Houthi group are shot out of the sky by Israel's defense system, shrapnel still can fall, like, giant pieces of metal, and cause a lot of damage, like this house near Jerusalem. And amazingly, no one was hurt. Miraculously, nobody was hurt. Keeps happening again and again. Maybe it's just coincidence. Maybe it's not. But, a dangerous deal with Hamas is on the table, and it's in its final stages. It's really dividing our country in half, about how far someone should go when making a deal with terror. And so it's quite amazing to live in this time and see what's going on. We're doing our best to find the hostages, make that deal a little sweeter if we already find many of them, and continue to dismantle encampments of the enemy, encampments of terror. A new ADL, Anti-Defamation League survey reveals that about 46% of the global adult population holds that's like 2.2 billion people, holds anti-Semitic views, believe lies. It's a good thing I'm doing these videos to tell the truth about what is going on here. It says, that this marks a doubling of these kind of attitudes over the past decade, making it the highest level ever recorded since the Anti-Defamation League began tracking anti-Semitism worldwide. That's worrisome, and it means we have a lot of work to do together. People say, are we in World War III? Some say it's already begun. And I say, well, 42 countries in the world right now are engaged in conflicts. Is it a world war, like World War I, World War II? How many countries need to be engaged in large-scale conflicts to warrant world war? We're not there yet. I believe we're coming to a time of peace. I believe we're coming to a time of stability, at least for the next few years. And I love to see some of the Trump-elect, Donald Trump-elect, Pete Hegseth? Pete Hegseth is supposed to be the defense secretary. He testified and he said it in this, before the Senate's Armed Service Committee on Capitol Hill yesterday. And he said, hey, the free world, Israel, as well, needs to defeat its enemies, needs to bring security, stability, and that is through strength, through defeating our enemies. These are tanks confiscated by Israel from that evil, genocidal Assad regime that was deposed in Syria. I mean, these are old tanks, but look at the amount of weapons. It is just amazing that we're able to take this away from those who would want to kill us. Not compromising. That's for weak people. I love also seeing Israel helping out the United States of America. When Israel helps out in all over in tragedy areas like Sri Lanka, when the tsunami hit and all these things. Right now, Zaka has offered to help send our best to help to combat the disastrous fires in California with experienced team, and they're really good at firefighting. And so I think this is wonderful. This is amazing. We're helping the U.S. out, helping other countries out. Zechariah chapter 9:13 says, I bend Judah as my bow. I will fill it with Ephraim. I will raise up your sons, Zion, against your sons, Greece. Make you like a warrior's sword, like a sword of iron. I put that part at the end. But it really says victory, talks about victory, and it does talk about a great divide in the world. And what side do we stand on? Do we stand with the sons and daughters of Zion? Do we stand with the chaos, the anarchists of the world? Where will we stand? For freedom? Stand together? Yeah. Yes. I'll read another one. Micah chapter 4, verse 13. Arise and thresh, daughter of Zion. I will give you horns of iron, hooves of bronze, and you will break into pieces many nations.
Set of actions result in the greater good in Israel. I mean, obviously, you cannot have people who, if they want to slaughter everyone in Israel, you got to stop that. There's no way. Those people either need to be killed or incarcerated, or they will simply try to kill more Israelis. This is what it amounts to, obviously. And they want to kill Americans too, by the way. Generally, Israel is referred to as the little Satan in America. We are the big Satan. That's what the Ayatollah calls us. A lot of what's happening there is people are being taught to hate, in Gaza from when they're children. They're taught to hate, and that's really the thing that needs to stop for there to be, long-term peace. Hopefully, you just cannot have the kids be taught to hate from the moment they can talk. That's fundamental. So one has to do the difficult thing, which is to, yes, eliminate Hamas, exactly. I think also going forward, anyone who's teaching hatred in Gaza or elsewhere, they need to stop doing that. That can't be acceptable. We have to stop, kids being taught to hate America in America. So then the third thing that's also very important is that there has to be economic prosperity in Gaza. So this is very difficult. Provided kids are not taught to hate and there's long-term prosperity, I think there will be peace in Gaza. An example of that, after World War II, with Germany and Japan, they were defeated. They obviously did terrible things, but changed the education system. And unlike World War I, we helped rebuild Japan and Germany. The Marshall Plan. Instead of exacting vengeance, America insisted we're going to help rebuild Germany, we're going to help rebuild Japan, and now they're our allies. And there's been no war ever since.